we'll talk more about it. I mean, I'm really uh, much interested in these stuffs like universe, entropy, life, and everything. So we'll discuss, definitely discuss. I can see some
Sir, I
curious
recommend
faces. Huh.
sir, I recommend you to read a book called Life Comes from Life.
They're good. Okay, definitely. You can recommend these books in chats, and we can read that. Okay, so moving on to our leftover topics that we are going to discuss in this entropy chapter. I will quickly do it because we don't have much time, and we don't have much thing to do now because most of the things we have finished. So the last topic we are going to discuss about is the entropy balance. So actually entropy balance is not the conservation of entropy. There is nothing called conservation of entropy. So you may have seen that conservation of energy is there, but you never have seen that conservation of entropy is there. So the reason being, there is an additional term uh, called entropy generated is not zero, and it happens to happen that it's there all the time, except the process is reversible, and which is not occurring in nature. So in nature, things are irreversible, and so does this is non-zero, and you will have this form. So change in entropy. So change in entropy is always greater than S in. Let's suppose you have a system, you have a control, some control volume, and you have a system inside it, and you are looking at the entropy changes in the system. So in the system, the change in entropy at state 1 and state 2, when we are looking from going from 1 to 2 state, we saw that change in entropy is not equal to S in minus S out. Okay, okay. We also have to talk about S in minus S out. We have not talked about it. So this is the means by which entropy gets transferred. Transfer of entropy. This is something called transfer of entropy into the system or out of the system. Okay, and there are several means by which entropy can transfer into the system via boundary, through boundary. Okay. Okay, so we have seen that this is somewhat greater than what's coming in and coming out. So there is no conservation as such, no conservation of entropy. Okay, so this gives a next step of a new principle called increase in entropy principle. We have also seen that, and this states that total entropy entering minus total entropy leaving to the system plus total entropy generated as gen, we have defined it as gen, is equal to the change in total entropy of the system. This is how we are going to write. So let's suppose this is my change delta S of the system is equal to S gen. This is your thing. This is your S out, and this is your S in. So this is how. So this is no more conservation of energy, but to more precisely, it is called entropy balance equation. Moving towards these quantities S in and S out, how in transfer of entropy into the system via boundary is going to happen, we are going to see now. So entropy transfer is a phenomena that is defined as the entropy that is uh, that is going across the boundaries of the system. So entropy that is going across the boundary of the system, and this happens to be via three means, rather via two means. So we In energy transfer, we have already seen that energy transfer actually was done in three forms. What are those forms? Heat, work, and mass. Right. So if there is a heat transfer across the boundary, we can see there is energy transfer. If there is a work transfer across the boundary, we told that it's energy transfer. Again, if some mass is coming out and into the system, yes, it is associated with some sort of energy in the form of enthalpy or all sorts of things. We have seen that. Okay, so there are three forms of energy transfer into the system, if at all it is happening. Okay, but here in entropy transfer does happen in only two ways. So there is a heat transfer through which entropy can transfer. Through work there is no entropy transfer happens. So with work, no entropy transfer happens, accompanies no entropy transfer. Why? The work is the most organized form of energy. Okay, so organized means whenever things are organized, so there is no association with entropy. Only entropy word comes only if there is disorganization or some chaoticness or some randomness is there. So things are well organized in work. So that is since the work is well organized, then only you are getting efficient work out of it. Okay. Although through heat also we can get some amount of work out of it, but yes, through by means of some heat engines or some devices. But work is a pure form of organized form of the energy. So thus it does not accompany any entropy transfer. So this you have to keep in mind. Work is not associated with entropy transfer. And the third thing is mass again. Why mass? Similarly, like enthalpy, whenever things are crossing in the boundary, it's going into the boundary of any system. It accompanies enthalpy. So m dot h in the form of enthalpy, it can cross the boundary again. And since this enthalpy was extensive property, capital H, if I talk about extensive property, so the more the mass you have, more the enthalpy it is crossing the boundary. Here also your entropy is also extensive property. Somebody is watching match. Dhruv Latia. It seems you are watching match. IPL abhi to hai, right now it's there. I don't know. 7:30 may start now. Anyways, or maybe he's watching retail. Highlights. Okay, highlights. Fine. So please, I mean, I will not take much time, so you can actually skip that retelecast or highlights. Okay, the third thing is mass. I told that it's an extensive property. So yeah, more the mass you have, more the enthalpy you have, more the entropy you have. Okay, so in that sense, extensively, so since this is an extensive property, so if the mass is crossing towards the boundary, your entropy transfer is there. So only two modes that accompanies entropy transfer, whereas energy, the normal form of energy, heat, work, and mass, all the three modes will give you the energy transfer through the system. So let's talk first the entropy transfer through the heat transfer. So let's suppose I have a system here, and the boundary temperature is TB is 400 Kelvin, and Q amount of heat is coming to the system, 500 kilojoules. So entropy of the system is has been increased by this much amount, and which we have already seen. So since this is crossing the boundary, so since Q is crossing the boundary, so does the entropy is crossing the boundary, and this amount of entropy is being transferred to the system. This is how we define already. And we have already told, since the work is the most organized form of the energy, so the transfer of entropy associated with work is 0. You can move your shaft or your fan, the entropy transfer will not be occurring if there are no frictions. If there are frictions, there might be something is happening in some. So since this is an enclosure, and if since this is the shaft work is happening, if there are no friction, hypothetically, there won't be any entropy generation, or there won't be any entropy transfer to the system from the outside. So that is what it means. Entropy transfer by mass flow is again this m dot quantity will accompany some sort of enthalpy or entropies, and which is going to go into the control volumes or open systems. And yes, thus entropy can be transferred through. So capital S mass through mass. So this is the extensive entropy will be written in terms of mass times the intensive per unit mass entropy. Okay. Yes, we can now arrive at the same. This is nothing but the increase in entropy principle. Nothing but in and out plus S gen plus that is must be equal to the change in entropy of the system that is you are considering. Again, in rate form, we can write in similar fashion. We have done the same analysis in energy first law of thermodynamics as well. We have done the rate. We have analyzed the rate of the transfer of the energies. Similar way, rate of entropies. The rate of net entropy transferred by heat and mass can be written over here in and out sense dotted, plus rate of entropy generation in dotted sense per unit, and rate of change of entropy. This is the rate, proper rate. This is the change. This is the rate of change. Rate means per unit time we are looking at, and the units are in watt per Kelvin. Okay, if we talk about in the closed systems, so this is the generic formula, generic way we are going to analyze it. Yes, but if we have a closed system, so in closed system what happens? So S in minus S out plus S gen is equal to change in entropy. So in closed system, what will happen? So this will accompany heat plus mass, both these two things should accompany heat entropy through heat and mass both. So in closed system, no mass is coming out, so through mass the mass quantities will go to 0. So only heat entropy transfer through heat will be seen here. So this is, so let's suppose I have so this is the way you can write summation of all the k is equal to 1 to, I mean, how many subsystems you have, let's suppose n. So all, not only subsystems, or yes, the way you are transferring the heat. Let's suppose first you transfer 200 kilojoules, then at temperature 30 Kelvin, next 300 kilojoules at 50 Kelvin. So these two accompanies different entropies will associate. So all those things you have to sum up, and this is how it is written. It is through heat, and you have to take care of in and out. The things you are coming in is increasing your entropy, and that is positive quantities. Things are going out, you'll have to take it negative. So that you have to keep in mind. And Sgen is there. So there are no mass transfers, so there is no ms term is there here, right? So since this is a closed system, and this is equal to the change in entropy of the whole system. So this is a formula you can use directly for the closed systems. And one step ahead, if we talk about adiabatic closed system, what is that adiabatic? So adiabatic means there is no heat transfer. Again, there is no mass transfer. So since this is a closed system, this is no heat transfer, no mass transfer. Okay, so essentially this is what? Isolated system. So isolated system accompanies only the change in entropy of the isolated system. Only will have entropy generation term, and that is whatever the things that have been generated somehow with the time will be seen as the change in entropy of isolated system. Now let's talk about the open system entropy changes that is happening in open system or control volumes. Let's suppose some MISI is coming in, MESE is coming out, Q is coming in, at the boundary temperature is T, absolute temperature. We can think of entropy by heat transfer, entropy in by mass transfer, entropy out by mass transfer. Generation term is there always, and the change in entropy of the system, of the control volume. Okay, in the rate form I can again write in the form of rates. I can again write in the form of rates, which are the appropriate rates. You can write it here, and this is ds by dt, the rate of change of entropy of control volume. This is how you will write for an open system. Okay, now since we work most of the time with steady flow devices, it means steady means this term goes to 0. Your entropy change in a control volume with time is 0. So this is 0. This is the condition we apply, and then we are left with this equal to this equal to 0. And this is how for steady flow processes this equation is written, or we can actually estimate Sgen, how much S generation is happening in a steady flow devices. This all are usual, so I'm not going to go into details. And this is the last example I want to talk about, and then we can either leave or we can talk. So consider a steady heat transfer through a 5 meter cross 7 meter brick wall of house of thickness 30 centimeters. So it's given the thickness is 30 centimeter, and yes, it goes some, I mean, far away. So this dimension is also given, and this dimension is also given. One day when the temperature of the outdoor is 0 degrees C. Okay, yes, this is 0 degrees C out, and the house is maintained as 27 degrees C. So inside this is my house. So this is my enclosure. This is I'm actually sitting here enjoying my life. This is my house. This is outside. Outside it is 0 degrees C. Obviously I'm not sitting in India. It's some cold country I might be sitting, because this example is from some cold country example. Outside it is 0 degrees C and inside is 27 degrees C. The temperatures of inner and outer surfaces of brick walls are measured to be 20 degrees C and 5 degrees C. So the wall temperatures are given are 20 degrees C, and wall temperature here outside is given 5 degrees C. Although my room temperature is 27 and outside temperature is 0 degrees C, but the wall temperatures are given. Okay, respectively, and the rate of heat transfer through the wall is also given. So this Q dot in watts, it is given 1035 watt. Determine the rate of entropy generation in the wall and the rate of total entropy generation associated with the heat transfer process. How will we proceed? So we have to find entropy generation as gen is equal to what, and the total entropy change of the system. Total entropy generation. I'm really sorry. Total S gen total. Total means system and surrounding everything. is equal to what? So sgen associated with the wall so what should we do? So our starting step would be assumptions. So my first assumption would be I will tell that so this heat transfer that is occurring is in steady state. Things are steady in nature. There is no change. So otherwise I could have done the transient analysis. So there is no change. Things have been reached to the steady state. Things are not changing with time. So steady state heat transfer is happening. Second, I will tell that my heat transfer is occurring in one dimension only. So in X only, not in Y, Z or something. I will ignore that, and that is also not desirable at this moment. So I am only interested, since my wall, this is my 0, 0, and I am interested in X direction only. So one dimensional heat transfer is occurring. Okay, now tell me, somebody tell me how to proceed. So can we apply some formula here? So S dot in minus S dot out plus S gen dot is equal to ds by dt. So we also have to do one more thing. So choose what? Choose my control volume or my system of interest. So I will choose my system as this brick wall only. But maybe I will change my screen pointers. So I want my system to be chosen is just the brick wall. And now I'm looking just inside this brick wall. That's it. Not house, not outdoor, nothing. Now my focus will be here. Okay, now when I'm choosing it and I'm applying this entropy transfer equation, my ds by dt of system is, I have chosen wall, is going to be 0. Why? Because I assume that these are steady. So the no accumulation of entropy is happening in the wall. So everything is in steady manner. So this goes away, and in and out we need to, and this is my wall, and through wall in and wall out I want to seek, and this is my thing I want to seek. So this is 0. So S gen wall is equal to S dot out wall minus S dot in wall. What is my S dot out wall? What is that? Through heat transfer it's happening, no mass transfer. So this is Q by T. Wall, since I'm looking at the wall, so I have to take the temperature of the wall, and heat transfer is given. So heat transfer is given as 1035 watts divided by T wall is 20 degrees C to 273 plus 20 degrees C. Can somebody tell me what this thing is? And this is again Q by T wall, but this Q is going into the system, so this is positive, and this would be negative. So Q is coming out of the system, or we have already mentioned that by taking this minus sign over here. Let me, yes, we have already taken care of that. So we'll not take care of signs here, since we have already taken care of minus sign, I mean in and out here. So Q wall is 10,035 watts divided by T wall at this end. I mean, this right end is 5 degrees C to 273 plus 5, and this you will have some value. You'll have to keep it here, and while keeping it here, you will get S gen wall is equal to 0.191 watt per Kelvin. Okay, this is your answer. Okay, now somebody will tell total heat generation is happening. What is happening? So how to do that? So for total heat generation, since this is the heat generation at walls only, and we have taken these temperatures, so total heat generation would
Hello, sir.
tell me.
Sir, in S dot out, which temperature we have to take?
S dot out is this one, 5 degree. Okay, I'm really sorry. So this would be this, and this would be this. Thank you. Who is that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Vivek.
Thank you, man. Thank you, Vivek. Thank you. You should keep in mind. Thank you. It means you guys are listening. Okay, for total heat generation, so I have a system, and I will take an immediate surrounding as well. So it will give me kind of total. Okay, so immediate surrounding temperature is now this 27 degrees C you have to take. Here's this side, and this side you'll have to take 0 degrees C. And now heat transfer would be similar Q. And then you will have some other S total will come, and that will be 0.341. So we can see watt per Kelvin. So we can see 0.347 is greater than 0.19. So why we have seen this increase in entropy? I mean, more amount of entropy change has been occurred if we have considered the thin air or the air outside to the wall as well. Yeah, it's obvious also. You have more matter, more chaoticness will be there. Yes, I mean, it's obvious. It's like it's nothing to nothing surprising. Okay, because we have extended our system. Okay, and that is how we are going to estimate our entropies, entropy generations, and everything. So maybe I will put one assignment to encompass all sorts of numericals that would be related to entropy, mass transfers, and generations, and all sorts of things. Okay, soon I will put up, and this will concludes your entropy chapter. Next thing I'm going to talk about is the exergy. So just to motivate you guys, exergy is also an important thing to measure. So this is also called work potential, and this is a measure of. So I'm not taking too much time. So I've already taken too much time. So measure of maximum work or useful energy in the system. So basically it's a measure of useful energy, how much useful energy is intrinsically in the system that it encompasses, and how much maximum work we can get out of it. So basically it's the useful energy that we are going to talk about. So in support you have a energy expenditure, so you will have this much amount of useful energy in it, and these many are unuseful energy that any system accompanies. Okay, so most of the things are useful, but yes, there is a large chunk that is unuseful, and that is more of our concern, the useful energy of our concern. But this also we need to limit, or we cannot do anything, but yes, we need to know things like how much the system will accompany usefulness of energy and how much unusefulness is there. We cannot do anything out of it. Okay, so that is called exergy. We will talk more about in next lectures. Okay, any question? Okay, if no questions, we can leave and we can discuss more about our universe and entropy thing in later times. So I can take the attendance now.